Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to use your Google Drive, and I'm going to focus on learning how to share things, how to move things around, and kind of explain the way the Google Drive works. So if you have a Timberwolf email, then you have a Google account, and if you have a Google account, then you have a Google Drive. A Google Drive is basically just a place for you to store things online, whether they be Excel files or photos or PDFs, anything you want. It's your own little box to store files. That way you can access them from any computer, anywhere. You can share them with people really easily. And if your computer breaks, it's not on your computer, it's on the drive. There's countless reasons why we do it. Just know that it's definitely for the best, and that's why we encourage you to use it. So your drive, you guys pretty much all know how to access it. You can access it from your little control panel button here. You can go to your drive, your mail. Anyways, you click on drive, you'll be taken to this. Now, yours isn't necessarily going to look like this because I have other things in here. But what you should have is a documents folder. And of course, it won't say Garrett Wolf. It'll say whatever your name is. But this little folder here is shared with the people here in the office. So if you have your weekly super form, or let's say you let's say I want to share this video or this photo with everybody. If I come here and I upload them onto my Google Drive, just because it's on my Google Drive doesn't mean that everyone can see it. All that means is that it's in my little box, and we don't have access to your little box. We only have access to the things that you choose to share with us. And so your documents folder is something that we've put in your box that makes it really easy for you to share stuff with us. And the way it works is if you put something in the documents folder, it becomes shared with us. So it's super simple. And that's because the documents folder is already shared with us by default. So the way you can see how something or who something is shared with and all that is you check the box here, and then you come up to this little button here that says share. And when I click on that, it opens up this window. And for instance, in this one I can see that it's private and only I can access this. Yours will look different, but that's okay. So now let's say, here we go, this image is almost unuploaded. So now if I look here, I can see that this image is not shared with anybody. And I can see that by clicking on this share. And I can see that I'm the only person here that has access. So let's say I want to add, there's a superintendent that I want to share this picture with. So I'll just click on it, and I could click on a couple things if I wanted to. I'll click on the share. I'll come down here and I'll type, let's say it's Antonio. I type in Antonio, I'll click on his name. Now, what this is going to allow him to do is it's going to allow him to edit it. I can change it so that he can only view it, but right now I'm just going to leave it so that he can edit it. And then I'm also going to leave this box checked. This box is going to send him an email letting him know that I've shared something with him, and it's going to give him a link to see it. If I don't check this box, he'll still be able to see it, but he won't get an email, so it'll be a little harder. He'll have to go into his drive and look at files that have been shared with him and find it. So I would recommend leaving this box checked, and then you'll just click share and save. I'm not actually going to do it because I don't really want to share it with him, but that's just an example. So the way that you guys can share things most easily is if you upload them into your documents folder. So if I have a file here that I want to share with like accounting, like my weekly super form. So here I'll use this one example. All I need to do is drag it and put it in my documents folder. Once it's in the documents folder, they can see it because they can see inside of your documents folder. And that's how we set that up to work. I tried to make it as super easy for you guys as I could. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but I promise it's intended to be easier than emailing. And it's also really cool because if you put things in there, we can see them at any given time. And if your computer breaks, then we don't lose it. So then you'll click on here and you can see it's in here. And that's how I know it's shared. I also want to show you, let's say you are you have something open like the weekly super form. There's also this button up here to share. So I can click on that, and I can come in here and type in, just like I did before, Antonio, whoever, maybe Gina, maybe Karine, who knows. I can type them in, and I can share them really easily. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that, and I'm going to head back to my drive, close out of this. So it's really not too hard. You can share a whole folder if you want. I wouldn't recommend changing the sharing settings on your documents folder. In fact, I don't think you can actually, because I think I disabled that. But it's already set up for you guys to be able to put stuff right in it. So remember, you can upload something straight in here if you just click on it, open it up, and then just drag the file you want to share right in here. And that puts it straight in the documents folder. And then it's immediately shared with everybody who needs to see it. So that's the easiest way. I hope that you guys can use this, and hopefully it makes it a little clearer for you guys. But just remember, if looking over here, my drive, this area is not shared unless I share something specifically. So in this case, your documents folder is an item that is shared. So just because it's in my drive does not mean we can see it. But if you put it in your documents folder, then we can see it. And that's how it works. So if you guys need any more clarification, remember you can always call us, and you can always email me at gwolf@timberwolf.com.